So we just got a pretty large move to the upside for Bitcoin, about 2.5%, in a pretty short amount of time. We got some nice volatility here, and we did get a bounce from an area that I had marked out. In fact, this was an area that I talked about in my video that I posted 4 days ago, and I'll play a little clip from that. First off, right around 16,700 to 16,500 ish. We got this zone of confluence. There's a golden pocket and a 786 right in this area. We also have some single prints that will be filled if we come down to 16,590. The point of control is coming in right around 16,550. So this was a zone that I had marked out well in advance, level that I was looking to long if we saw the confirmations. And what did we see as we came down to this level? We saw the bullish divergences on the 1 hour time frame with the money flow clearly trending upwards almost in a perfect line. This was a very bullish signal. We even saw, some of the lower time frame confirmations, the bullish divs on the 24 minute, on the 12 minute, right here. So we certainly did get the confirmations as we, wicked down there. And unfortunately, I did not take this long, mostly because we wicked down here at 6 a.m. And, we did end up front running some of these levels that I was watching, the single prints, the point of control, which is right there. And by the time I woke up and, realized that we wicked down here, I wasn't really looking too long unless I saw, a solid entry, unless we came down to the golden pocket from, that low to the high. Or if we came down and hit this area that I was watching, which we unfortunately did not do. We just ended up pumping. And I missed out on that move, which is just something that happens when you're trading. Sometimes, you prepare for moves and for one reason or another, you just don't end up getting them. So now the only thing really to do is to plan out for my next trades. I'm not going to try and FOMO into a long position, even though if I had FOMO'd into a long position here, it would have worked out for me. Who knows if that's going to happen again? I could FOMO into a long position here, hoping that, we come up to some of my resistance targets, but, really we just come down for retracement. I get absolutely wrecked. I'm not interested in doing that. What I am interested in, though, is looking for some good setups for potentially good positions. And right now, I do believe we have the potential to come up to this area that I also talked about in this video. It is a untapped daily level at 17,550-ish. And we have a golden pocket coming in between 17,600 and 17,470. And looking at this 1 hour, just based off of money flow and this wave not really looking like it's topping out yet, I think we have the potential to make our way up there. And if we do end up getting a move up there quickly, then we also have the potential to form some bearish divergences here on the 4 hour time frame, potentially giving us the confirmations for the short. And I would probably want to play this one a little bit more cautiously. Like, it would obviously be better if we also saw the bear divs forming on the 1 hour, like maybe if we got a retracement and then we got a pump up there and we saw the bear divs forming, including on like the smaller time frames, the 24 minute, the 12 minute. The more confirmations we have, the better. And especially during, volatile moves like this, you really want to make sure that you have your confirmations. Because, when the money flow gets thick like this, sometimes it can be dangerous to short. I know that from experience. Plenty of times have been wrecked trying to short too early. So I like to make sure that we see very clear confirmations at, the most significant levels. Which is a reason I also didn't take this little scalp short right up here, even though if I go down to the 1 minute time frame, we technically had confirmation for this. we had the confirmations for a swing failure pattern, a liquidity grab of these local highs that we put in. We saw the bear divs on the 1 minute with money flow trending down slightly. Even though I, set up this little local scalp range here and, technically saw my confirmations to enter this trade. And if I had entered this, I could have locked in profits here. I could have locked in at a 0.5% move and potentially had a winning trade here. But, just considering the conditions of the market, the volatile pump that we just got, I was playing it a bit more cautiously. And, this money flow wasn't convincing enough for me to want to enter a short here. Basically, I'm just trying to say that I'm trying to be more picky with the trades I take. I'm trying to only take the very clear trades, the most confident trades. So yeah, this 17,500-ish level is probably the first short I'm really interested in. We do have an NDPOC and a 4-hour level right above where we just wicked to. Maybe if we see some very local bear divs and we get a reaction from that level, I might take a little scalp, but I'll have to see, clear confirmations. Probably I'd want to see a decrease in open interest. I'd want to see money flow continuing to trend down. I'm not super interested in a short here, but if I see an opportunity, I may look to take one, but really I'm looking at these boxes that I have marked out. So if we end up getting a retracement here and we end up coming back down for, potentially a higher low, this little box I have marked out here is probably going to be the area I'm watching. It is the golden pocket of this move. It is also a daily level. And if you look at this little sideways range that we've been trading, this just in general has been a very significant level. We've hovered around this area right here, found lots of support on it, found more recent resistance, and as soon as we broke above this level, we just got a straight pump up. And, the fact that the golden pocket lines up right here, this is kind of looking like a juicy level for a potential higher low here if we're going to get a retracement and then a higher move up. This may also be a value area low. I'm just speculating here, but let's see. Yeah, look at that. It is the value area low as well. So this, little zone between 16,870 and 16,825 is a little scalp long zone that I'm watching. If we, break back down into the value area, maybe we can get a little long from the value area low. That could be nice. I still have this box marked out down here because, we still didn't fill the single prints. We still got this zone of confluence here between the single prints, the point of control, and this NDPOC. And, both of these levels will be either taking out the highs or the lows of this little local range that we've been trading in. So, those also have that going for them. We could potentially see CDWs or swing failure patterns as we hit off those levels. Now, if we end up breaking above this 17.5 level, I do have some zones above us that I talked about previously, but as we're coming up into this range, we're basically facing this previous zone of heavy support. This was support from June basically until October, and so I would expect if we end up coming up to some of these levels that we would find some heavy resistance in this area. But, if we're able to, just rip through this and then hold this area as support, things could potentially still turn bullish. In my last video, I pointed out the weekly bullish divergences. Maybe those end up having more weight than even I thought. The daily trigger wave did print, but the money flow is sort of taking a little turn to the upside here. And, with the 1 hour money flow looking so bullish, I could definitely see a case where things start turning more bullish here soon. But, there is still lots of resistance above us. We do still technically have some bearish signs here, like this trigger wave. And we could still potentially form some pretty bearish looking divergences on the 4-hour if we come up to some of these resistances. So, if we end up getting a move like that up to some of these resistances, I'm going to be, cautious. I'm not going to get too bullish. I'm going to be actually looking for shorts, but, not ignoring the fact that we could just blow through some of these resistances here. And really, it all just depends on what we're seeing in Market Cipher as we hit some of these levels. But yeah, that is pretty much all I wanted to go over in this video. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.